Good morning, guys, and welcome to I Punt Smart. Racing today is at Turffontein, and there is only the one track, but there is 10 races on the cards, and tomorrow we move to gravel. So we look at the first, and in the first I do like a bit of the roughy Tinder Dry, just purely looking at his 52.5 kilos here. My second best is Fisher King, and Tinder Dry is run against Fisher King. Tinder Dry carrying 57 and now carrying 4.5 less, when 3.75 behind Fisher King that won on that day. And they will be my first two. My third choice is Noble Striker that also ran on that 11th of the 3rd. 1450, 60 kilos. He's carrying 60 kilos again, but he was 5.5 behind Fisher King. So I would expect him to also remain behind Fisher King. And then Aragosta, my fourth choice. Noble Striker won and improved quite nicely on his last attempt, which was on the 20th of April. Aragosta ran in that race as well. Aragosta finished 4 lengths behind the winner, but was backed into 6.25, and Noble Striker was the winner. So they're on the same, Noble Striker is on the same weight, and Aragosta is on 3 kilos lighter. So that would mean that if Noble Striker did sufficiently improve from the 11th of March to the 20th of April to win that race, and if it wasn't a false race where Fisher King was supposed to have won, then Aragosta must have a chance as well. So I'm going to stick with Tinder Dry, Fisher King, Noble Striker and Aragosta as my first 4 choices. In the second, and here I am going to go with Zuaves as my first choice. And Zuaves carries quite a nice bat 42 form, but Express from the US carries a really nice bat 84 form as well. I'm going to go with Zuaves as my first choice, Express from the US my second choice, and then Battle Force, where Paul Matchett looks like to have quite a nice day for the day, in third, and then Grand Maroon Stablemate 008 in fourth. He does have green bats at 10.1, where Zuaves have 7.67 in the red bats, so that would mean that they're not very far from one another. And then Ikigai, Sean Terry Lyle Hewitson, does have the best adjusted time, best speed rating, best bat 84 and bat 168 form, so that is definitely one to also consider. But yeah, I'm going to go with that. In the bipot, I think 3 and 1 and 11 is probably enough. So I'm just going to add the bipot here. There we go. So yeah, that is my order of preference here. In the third, I think Shield of Roses and Under Your Spell is my first 2 choices, and potentially we might be looking at a Paul Matchett double here. So that will be my first 2, and looking at the PA 7, 9, 8 and 4 for the PA and the bipot. I'll just add that as my PA as well while we get through there. There we go. Yeah, Shield of Roses, my first choice. Under Your Spell, my second choice. And then the Supreme Quest and Gifted Gal, my third and fourth choice. You can see those ones are all very close together on the bats. 2.2, 2.8, 2.9, and then a 4.8 with some improvement here because there's no bat 42. And then we also have Desert Miracle at the bottom here at the 3.79. Could be a bit of a surprise. And Heaven's Girl here at 4.12. That has got some hidden form as well. Moving to the fourth, and yeah, in the fourth, I'll make it a little bit of an open contest, but I'm going to stick with Sheila as the favorite and the first choice. Second choice, a bit of a rough here, rolling with the punches. Third choice, Smorgasbord, Paul Peter, and fourth choice, Warrior Captain. That is definitely some hidden form here on his bat 84 form. You can see he's the best in the field, so at 14 to 1 he's well worth including in your exotics. So I'm going to go with 9, 4, 6 and 7 as my choices, and then in the pick 6 I might be adding the 1 and the 8, which is Mitch Scottish Witch and Captain Run, and then my next best would be the 3 Retallick, as you can see in the number 7 here. So I think 9, 4, 6 and 7 is potentially enough for your pick 6, but it is not the easiest of race to get past. So I'll have just updated. There is my pick 6 for today. It's quite a small pick 6, but nonetheless, that is how I see it. In the 5th race, the start of the first jackpot here, race 5, I'm going with Sweet Future, Celestial Love and Tropic Sun as my first 3 choices, with Gallic Princess my next best, and then Sarah, Sing for Rafa, Royce Winter and Pool Party. So yeah, I've ended up with the 8, 9, 5 and 2 as the 4 I'm going to be adding into the buy pot, and the PA 8952, and I added the 3 and 1 extra Sarah and Sing for Rafa in the pick 6. I do think it's a bit of a rough race this to get through, so I think that you have to take all 6 of those. In the 6th race, this is my first best bet for the day, Running Brave. I think Running Brave should take quite a lot of beating, should be good enough to win this for Fani Bronkhorst. I hope that is a double with Tinder Dry, but you can see the bat figures here are way better than the rest here. Best exact course and distance blue bat here, so I'm going to say Running Brave is worthwhile, and my second choice here will be Sparkling Water, so I'm going to go with 1 and 6, not 6 and 1, 1 and 6. And then the Seaham would be my third best, with the best adjusted time speed rating and median speed, but also the second best bat 42 form, or the best green bat 42 form 1265 on the 17th of April 2021. So in that order, but I do think Running Brave is a decent one here. If you need backup, Sparkling Water and Seaham for me is the backup. Here is my BB1, my first best bet for the day, and this would be True to Life. True to Life, I think, is really well in here. Janssen van Vuren, Gavin Lorena. I do like his bat 42 form fallings better than Chimichurri Run, and 4.7 better than Vinici, 5 better than Bold Ransom, and then you can see on the 42 days there's a big gap to Anna Capri, the next best. Bat 84 form, the same applies, those first 4, True to Life, Chimichurri, Vinici and Bold Ransom, and the same with the 168 form, and the Bat C form goes to Chimichurri, Shantyman, that has some hidden form on the bat curve here, True to Life, Russet Air and Vinici. So I think True to Life is maybe for me the best banker on the card today. I quite like his chances, so gonna have to take a chance somewhere. I've taken it on the bipod banker True to Life, and the pick 6 and the PA banker the same applies. True to Life sounds like a nice one for a banker today. The other banker is probably Running Brave, so one of those two is probably the correct ones to be banking, Running Brave or True to Life, or both. Next race, yeah, again, bat looks really decent on Summer Pudding. So I've gone to Summer Pudding as my first choice, 7 lengths better than Got the Green Light, and 14 better than Malmoose. And I think those 3 is probably the best 3, the only 3 you need, 7, 8 and 1. But I have gone and added the 9 second base purely because it does have the best statistical form, and it does follow up with my best bet of the day for Janssen van Vuren, True to Life. So yeah, it does have the best stat form, doesn't have the bat figures to actually get anywhere close to them, so probably 718, but it's just a bit of a hunch to include Janssen van Vuren in this race after we have Janssen van Vuren on True to Life as the BB. So that's how I'll be looking at that race. Summer Pudding, and then Malmoose, and then Got the Green Light. 9th race here, African Adventure and Don't Look Back is probably enough for the PA and for the pick 6, and that's how I've played 1 and 5. Again, these 2 look much better than the rest here on these figures. And then moving to the very last, we have Eyes on Tiger, again a Paul Matchett runner that looks pretty decent as a greenie. Bit weird that Kumala's taking the ride and not Yeni, because Yeni takes the ride on the other two Fani Bronco, on the other two matched runners, but Kumala takes the ride for this one. Eyes on Tiger, then my first choice, and then Dream of Genie and South Boy, my second and third, and then Raise the Red Lantern is my next best, and coming in hot is the next best. I would think that maybe 114 and 8 is enough in the jackpot, and that's how I have played the jackpot to a small jackpot to banker 9 by 7819 by 15 by 114 8 3 to a 6 is 24 bucks for the last banker of the day. That's it for me, guys. Have a great day, and speak to you again soon.